The bottle sat on the counter like a quiet trap. Red liquid, deep as blood. I stared at it, thinking how harmless gifts could hide knives. My father-in-law called the next morning, and his voice carried that brittle cheer that never fooled me. "Son, did you drink it yet?" "No," I said. "I shared it with your daughter at dinner last night. She loved it." Silence, then a scream. "You gave it to who?" His voice cracked. I heard something shatter. Glass or pride, I couldn't tell. I hung up. My pulse was calm, but something inside had shifted. The smile at dinner, the way she lingered over that sip, suddenly felt like a signal. I remembered the subtle glances he gave, the way he watched her laugh, like he was seeing someone else in her. It had started as whispers, small things I almost didn't notice. A phone left open, a name that didn't belong, the way she'd flinch when certain words came up. I told myself I was imagining it, that paranoia was a lover's disease. But the wine, that scream, the fear in his voice, it was a crack in the polished surface of our family. I didn't confront him. I didn't panic. I observed, quietly. I started checking messages, casual inquiries that seemed innocent. Notes in her diary, hidden at first glance, revealing laughter shared in secret. I listened to the quiet moments between them. Too long, too intimate. My mind catalogued each discrepancy, each unspoken confession. I bought a test, DNA, not to accuse, but to confirm. To give myself proof before the storm, I placed it on the counter, clean and clinical, like a judge's gavel. I watched. I waited. She never noticed. He never suspected. My calm was a mask, my inner storm precise. Every sip of coffee, every smile I offered, was calculated. Each step brought me closer to knowing the truth. When the results came, I barely breathed. The figures on the paper didn't just confirm my suspicions. They illuminated every lie, every betrayal. I called him, not in anger, not in accusation, but in the stillest voice I could summon. "Remember the wine?" I asked. He stiffened. The memory of that scream, trapped and raw, resurfaced. "Yes," he said, voice brittle. "She shared it with your daughter," I said. "You were afraid it would be poisoned. Or tainted. Did you think that would stop me from seeing?" I didn't wait for denial. I didn't need it. I slid the report across the table. The proof. Numbers cold, undeniable. He crumbled silently. No words, no excuses. Only the realization of his exposure. I watched him shrink in a space he once occupied with arrogance. My composure was absolute. No shouting, no threats. Just the quiet observation of collapse. I told her nothing. She didn't need to know. The truth existed, crystalline and sharp. I had seen it, measured it, confirmed it. The betrayal, the manipulation, the secret desires, laid bare. I left the house that evening carrying nothing but the weight of knowledge. The wind outside was indifferent. The streets were empty. My mind replayed the calm execution of it all. No violence, no chaos, just precision. And in that silence, I felt the strange satisfaction of power regained. I hadn't yelled, hadn't stormed. I had observed, calculated, and allowed the inevitable to unfold. I walked away, knowing the truth would gnaw at them, slowly, consciously. I would never speak of it again. No confessions, no confrontations. Only the quiet understanding that some bottles are meant to reveal more than their contents, that some gifts are traps, and some people cannot outrun the consequences of their hidden desires. I sipped my own wine later, alone. Red, deep, permanent, and I smiled just slightly. Not in triumph, but in recognition. The game had ended. I had won, not with fists or fury, but with patience, observation, and unshakable control. The house behind me was silent. Their voices would echo in their minds forever. My footsteps faded, leaving nothing but clarity and cold vindication. I didn't look back. I never do.